JV TV. Today, very special guest with me. Got my boy 713 Rich Kid, the one and only, in the flesh with us.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
hello.
And my other guy, the usual
Yes.
special aficionado of One Piece, Nika. Kezi,
Facts,
you know the
facts, facts.
name. Check out his music in the bio. It's gonna be there. But today is another episode of Anime Hot Takes. We just be discussing general anime. Last week we discussed solo leveling and what that's done for the anime community as far as new gen anime goes. This week we're gonna be primarily discussing DanDaDan, which has been fire. Honestly, I think it's supposed to come back soon too, unless I'm tripping.
Yeah, season 2 is like already on the way, so I'm excited. I'm excited.
That's what the fuck I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Did you
Before
either
we
one of
dive
y'all read the
into
manga?
the before we dive into the DanDaDan take, Matt, I missed the solo leveling talk. Did
That's
y'all
cool. We're
see?
gonna run it
I
back.
don't know if it's fake news or not, but is solo leveling supposed to be getting passed on to Mappa? Because I don't
I
understand
hadn't
that.
I hadn't heard it. I don't know.
I ain't
Okay,
haven't heard of that either.
it just came. The news, the info just came out today, but I'm not sure how accurate it is. That's why I was
Who
trying to check.
who does solo leveling currently?
Could not remember, but it's definitely I don't want to say lesser studio. And watch my words. It's not a,
Hmm.
as known
Yeah.
studio as Mappa. I say that. Yeah, you know what I mean,
Okay. Well, they do a pretty damn good job. So
they do
I
pretty
don't
good. Yeah,
really
they do pretty straight. Yeah, they
I
do
don't
pretty good.
I don't
But
gotta
yeah,
miss.
that's all I wanted to ask. Shout out to Jim Woo, Drippy Woo, Son Drippy Woo.
We saw that. But yeah, have either one of y'all read the manga for DanDaDan?
I the only thing I know of is like a certain transformation. That is it. I don't know anything else from the manga right now.
No, I was going to read it, but I didn't. I chose to read Kaiju number 8 instead, and then I never followed back up on on reading Don Don. But to be fair, the art wasn't as appealing, so I kind of like,
Mm.
you know what I mean. Like it takes a lot for me to want to read your manga. I'll watch your anime, but for me to read your manga, I gotta really feel like, yo, why am I not reading this shit? Like I gotta
Okay,
gotta feel more compelled.
that's fair.
That's fair.
I feel that. Like for me, I've said this before. I don't really just be reading manga like that. Um, if I do, like the only consistent manga I truly just read week to week is One Piece. Is Peak
Shout out
Fiction.
to
You got me.
the go.
The
hmm
GOAT. So it's like for it to for me to like lock into your manga, I gotta really think your pen is flames. Um, like I said, I used to read Black Clover's manga for a while. I was enjoying that. I had Black Clover at like bare minimum at like an A minus at an A at one point, like when I was getting ready for the war and all that shit. Um, then they just did some shit that Kizzy made me come to my recollection that I need to ease up on, which is cool. Um, Still not sure if I'm mentally there yet, but I understand the sentiment. Uh, I don't know if I'll ever tap back into Black Clover's manga, but I will give the show
Am I
another
the
chance.
only? Well, hold on. Am I the only hearing all that choppiness?
No, okay. See, I heard that too. I didn't know whose mic that was.
I went on mute and I kept hearing it still, so I don't think it's me. Just to let y'all know, I muted myself like twice
I
just to
can
see if
check.
it was gonna keep happening. It wasn't me.
I just muted myself. It ain't me either.
Just in case, let me go get my
Coach,
headphones like Rich. Maybe that could help.
okay, back.
Hmm.
Does the audio sound? Yeah, see, now the audio sounds fine because I don't hear nothing cracking like that.
Yeah, I don't hear nothing either anymore. Um,
Move some stuff out the way.
I wonder
All
if
right, my fan's facing towards me.
I could do that. Hold on, let me see this.
Ugh.
What's the last anime you watched, bro?
DanDaDan.
Don.
The one before that. Yeah, that I started it yesterday because I wanted to come into this like
Really?
yeah, I wanted to come into this with pretty much just like a brand new start and I haven't really forgot shit. And then I finished it up like I binged like 8 episodes all today
Mm.
because
I just did the
I was
same
up
thing.
early and I didn't have to do nothing. So I'm like, okay, bet. Let me just do this now. and I enjoyed it. I got some questionable parts, and I definitely have some hot takes, which I also feel like will probably be some cold takes, but we're gonna see.
Okay. Okay. I'm mad at that. Oh yeah, I remember you were saying that. Yeah, I was very interested to hear what you were gonna say. Um, good on your side, Kezzy?
Yeah, I can hear you guys now. I don't hear the choppiness
Oh,
no more neither. Um, as far as
okay, bet.
DanDaDan
Yeah,
goes,
I don't hear it.
I did the same thing Rich did basically. Like I literally, when you texted me and told me you were talking about DanDaDan, I was working out, so I was like, all right, you know what? After I finish working out, I'm gonna turn on DanDaDan. So well, took a shower, then I was
Yeah.
working out. I mean, after working out, took a shower, started DanDaDan. Probably got to about probably 8. If not 8, then I think maybe 6, between 6 and 8. But got some good ground covered. Yeah,
Mm.
but it's a fun vibe because of the age group that they're in while doing all this. You know,
Mm-hmm.
typical shonen kids in school, middle school, high school type of vibe. But nah, it's a dope vibe because it's a new, it's kind of like very adventurous, but still like a fresh feel. Like it's not completely Mob Psycho, it's not completely like a typical Naruto and things like that. But it still gives you very shonen vibes, but
Mm.
mysterious.
Facts. Facts. Um, for me, and I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Like as soon as I watched Mob Psycho, as soon as I watched DanDaDan the very first time, it gave me Mob Psycho vibes. I don't know if that's because Mob Psycho like officially ended with their final season, like a few months before DanDaDan came out, but it gave me that same sense of like a modern version of Mob Psycho, like a 2025 version. Because they kind of like going over the same things in a sense, like it's these special powers, but there's aliens mixed in, there's spirits mixed in. It's kind of a conglomerate of both into one, along with like just the duologist of the sidekick girl. Um, with them they got two main characters.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like when I look at the girl, she almost reminds me of the girl from Mob Psycho that was in the what club was that? One of the clubs. Not the weightlifting
I
club.
know what you mean.
Yeah, she reminds me of that girl, but like way more screen time and way more lines. But yeah, Jalen, have you ever seen Mob Psycho?
Don't be mad at me, bro. I wanted to. I think.
Cool.
What did I sub in for it? I think it was. I think I either chose, was it Hunter x Hunter or was it
Mm.
Fairy Tale that I
Hey,
watched
not a
instead?
bad choice. I'm not
You
mad
know
at
what I'm saying? I want to catch up to it so bad because my brother says that that shit is fire, but
you. Yeah.
I never got around to it. I've been slacking. Like even like Bleach, bro. And Bleach is my favorite anime. I'm like 3 episodes behind because I just randomly stopped. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely need to get back to the grind.
Yeah.
Hmm, respectable.
I yeah, I'm glad. Um, and Bleach, I feel like Bleach comes dripping. Is, do you know,
I think
Kev?
it does. The last contour
Yeah,
is supposed to be this year.
they just dropped a promotional picture. So
Dope.
they just
Okay, I didn't know that.
Ichigo, you
That's
know,
hard. That's
yeah.
hard.
A
Bleach has been some of my
few
favorite anime
some
to
good news
watch
came
like
out
the last
today.
2 years. Yeah,
Yeah,
the last 2 years.
a lot of good news came out today. You know,
That's dope. I'm glad to hear that. That's dope as fuck. Um,
shout out to Tory
so
Lanez.
big facts. Shout out to Kubo. So boom, Jalen. I want to know what are these hot and cold takes that you have for Down to Down?
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Going into DanDaDan, seeing Okaroon, I'm thinking he's about to step on shit. Low key, he's not like that, bro. Momo is the GOAT so far. Okaroon is just like, eh. Okaroon feels like a side character, honestly. And that kind of sucks because I think he has the hardest design, one of the hardest designs I've ever seen in anime, minus his feet being out.
He does.
But like, bro,
Yeah.
I, every time there's a fight or a situation that goes on, Momo comes in to save him, and he's literally asking for Momo's help and all that shit. And like, I'm thinking from seeing everybody post about this, I'm thinking Okaroon got hands, or at least when he's in like his transformed state. But nah, bro, this nigga only did a headbutt and just runs. That's the only thing he does. He just runs and headbutts people, and it's just like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? So right now, I'm sorry, but Okarun is not like that. Momo is like that because Momo has been playing this shit. You've seen her; she's smart as hell. I would
She
never
is.
think of like some of the stuff that she came up with mid fight, especially like with the sumo
Yeah.
stuff. My uncultured ass.
Yeah.
What's it called the way that she uses her power. Very quick to adapt, by the way. Like she got her power and she damn near mastered that shit. That's some Devil May Cry
Oh,
Dante type of
okay.
shit right there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
then yeah, I think right now, like if they was to fight, I'm not a power scale or nothing, but I think Momo would probably smack this nigga around. I'm just be real,
Mm.
you know. So
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
that's what I gotta say, man. He's not like that for real. He's not.
Yeah, if
So
you
that
didn't, you haven't seen Mob Psycho, but he's basically Mob meets Deku. That's kind of how Oakland is, type shit. But
yeah.
Mm,
that's not. It's not his fault. But like, I don't really power scale DanDaDan like that. But I mean, you're right. He not like that. But I don't look to him to be like that.
yeah.
To be
That
fair,
that
yeah.
I think Kessie hitting it on the head. Like when I watch it, like, or like when it started, I'll say Mob. Okarun is Mob. Like the start of DanDaDan is Mob if he just got his powers on episode 1. But in Mob Psycho, he was kind of like born with his power, so he's always had them. So he's OP when like the show kind of starts in Mob Psycho. He just doesn't know he's
Yeah.
OP. But he the things he's doing, the visuals, the viewer we see he's OP, and like the other characters
Yeah.
around see, oh, he's that nigga. With Okarun, it's like you look like you OP, like you look like you that nigga, but you still have to like actually figure out your powers. You're not there yet. And I think that's a great point you made with Momo. She has like developed her power pretty quickly as far as like
Yeah.
just discovering her
But
abilities and use
but
certain things.
that's because she had a sensei. Remember, her grandma kind
True.
of put
That's
her
true.
on
That's a good
as a
point.
kid. So even though she ain't had the powers, she done seen how this stuff worked from her grandmother since she was a jit.
I mean,
Okran didn't
yeah,
have that. Okran only know about his comic books and the, you know what I mean? Like, all right, dang, I think, are
but
UFO reals? You know what I'm saying?
see, but here's the thing though. When she got her powers, she thought of Granny Seiko or Psycho. I'm gonna call her Psycho because I like saying Psycho.
Yeah.
Um, she said like you just feel it from your
Okay.
stomach, and that was pretty much it. Like feel the power within your gut. And when she brought out her powers, it's not like she was thinking about like, oh, what techniques did she use? What blah blah
Nah,
blah
yeah,
blah
she
blah.
ain't need that.
No,
She ain't need
yeah, that's
that.
what I'm saying. So I get what you're saying, Kezzy, but it's like at the same time, I kind of gotta disagree because
It's
I
crazy
feel
because you
like
disagreed.
no,
You
see,
actually
I
disagreed with
agree.
me.
I agree, but I disagree because it's like okay, she's like picks up from her grandmother, but she
Yeah.
develops it
Mhm.
on her own. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
facts. That's what she did. The grandmother is just a guiding tool. If well, are you a One Piece guy?
Yeah,
Okay, so Wano, Hayagoro, not even Hayagoro. You could literally say Shanks actually. Shanks never actually on hand trained Luffy, but when
yeah.
it comes to showing Luffy the way of being a pirate, who did that?
Oh wait.
Shanks. That's
Oh,
all I'm saying.
oh,
That's
okay.
all I'm saying. I'm not saying that she trained her. She didn't teach her no techniques, man. She was just her guiding hand, kind of like,
Yeah, kind of
yo,
like
you know what I'm saying?
familiar.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that she learned the techniques and all that. Because to be fair, what she does in the realm of a medium is completely different than what her grandmother does. So her grandmother didn't really teach her the technique. She just kind of taught her how to like. Once it's manifested, she taught her how to take hold and grab it, make it your own
Right.
kind of. You know what I'm saying? That's
Walk
yeah.
her
That's
down the
all I'm
path.
saying. I didn't mean for the confusion on the. Like, she didn't teach her like, yo, let me teach you,
Oh, okay.
let
See,
me train you. She didn't do that.
yeah,
She just like, just like Luffy got to see Shanks be a pirate. She got to see Grandma be a medium. That's all it is, type shit.
yeah.
But yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that
we
makes
on the
more
same
sense. That
page.
makes
Yeah, we on the same
perfect.
page.
Cool, 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 cool.
Yeah.
All right, that brings me to my next point. Hot take. I feel like if anybody wants to drop this episode from like episode 1, I feel like they are perfectly valid to do that. only because he gets mad uncomfortable towards the ending. I'm not gonna lie. It gets
Yeah,
very,
the
Oh,
banana shit.
okay.
very,
Yeah, agreed.
Okay.
yeah, that
Agreed.
whole, we can't say the word because shit will get taken down, but that whole
Yeah.
scene was like,
Right.
what the fuck is happening? And
Yeah,
it's
Yeah, that
the
was wild.
E-par
That was
it's
scene.
wild.
That's what I call it. E-par.
yeah,
Say it
like
backwards.
it, that that shit just had me like,
Nah.
whoa,
Yeah, that
whoa,
was
whoa,
wild.
whoa, slow down. And plus they like minors and stuff. And then it's like it's more scenes like that because they came back, those same robots came back later in the
Yeah,
show. And then we see other
yeah.
like they throw in like adult jokes with like how Okaroon was like laying on Momo in the middle of the hallway and all the students saw them. It was like
Mm-hmm.
like a
Yeah, I
little,
see what you're saying.
come
That's
on
fair. That's
guys,
fair.
what do we fuck are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? It's a little weird. So I don't I think I seen people talk about that actually like months ago, saying how like that Corey Kenshin sound where it's like, I'm out. You think I'm not watching this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've seen people make sounds to that, but I never really got it because I didn't watch shit. But after seeing it, I think it is perfectly fine to drop this show based off that scene. And yeah. But other than that,
I
I
agree.
think
No,
I think the show is very enjoyable. I think it's really funny. I don't know about y'all. I watched it in dub because I personally like to like binge through a lot of series through dub. Sub sometimes it's like I don't get bored watching it in sub, but me reading literally makes me sleepy. It doesn't matter what it is, whatever I'm reading. If it's a manga, a regular book, something subtitles on the screen, I'm going to get sleepy. So I prefer to watch it in dub, and the dub is great. AJ
Hmm.
Beckles, bro.
dub is
AJ Beckles as Okaroon. Listen to me, nigga. You did your shit on this one, cause Tokyo Revengers, bro. Hearing you as what's his name? What's his name? The main character who can't fight for shit. Oh,
Takamichi.
yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Takamichi, bro. I'm like, I don't like
okay.
nothing about this nigga. He sounds corny. His character is corny. It's like he doesn't develop. Yeah, I was like, yeah, didn't really have a good impression of AJ Beckles. Came back as Okaroon, hearing him in his nerd voice, and then when he's transformed, he sounds like this nigga sounds like a demon. So I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
he killed
tossed up,
that
tripped
shit,
out.
bro. Now that is, I don't know, that is peak performance. Everybody did their thing in the show. Great cast of characters. Um, and yeah, and I think this is my last point for DanDaDan. Because we're speaking about characters. Well, last 2 points. I'll start with Gigi and then I'll move to Turbo Granny. Gigi is cringe, but I don't think he's cringe enough for people to hate him. I've seen a lot, like even today, because I don't know what it is. Whenever I watch something, it's like my phone automatically picks it up and just starts throwing it in my face, throwing it more on my feed and stuff. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I've seen so many people say that Gigi is like super annoying or like, oh my god, he's trying to,
That's
yeah,
the
it's
tall
doing
dude,
the
right?
red in the back, and
Those
I
are just
Okay.
super Okran fans, bro. They just
yeah,
they done lived with the series for like a little bit. They done got used to Okran, and now they want to see Okran get Momo and that. But now this dude comes out of nowhere and kind of hinders that whole vibe. But he's gonna be an ally, so
yeah,
they gonna
like
get over that pretty soon.
bro, he's cool as hell. Like he's already
Yeah,
getting along with
exactly.
Okaroon, and it's not like y'all people can't get mad at him for trying to shoot a shot at Momo, and Okaroon still hasn't shot a shot at Momo. And I get it, y'all
No,
can
that's
be
fair.
horrible at picking up signs. I'm fucking terrible at picking up signs. A girl could say I like you, and I'm thinking she likes me as a friend. I'm a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? But
Type shit.
Should
when
be like that.
Momo and Okaroon have clearly shown feelings for each other, and none of them have made a move. So, and like the people in the fan base, they can't get mad when someone has not made a move and that person is still available. So now another person comes in and tries to shoot their shot. So that I don't understand the hate with Gigi. At least not yet. I haven't read the manga. He could be a total dickhead in the manga for all I know. So, you know, and then Turbo Granny. These niggas are way too forgiving. I'm gonna just say it like that. No old lady's about to chew my dick off, and I'm about to be cool with you. And no, I don't know what y'all
He don't got a
thinking.
choice.
I don't care, bro.
He don't got a
My manhood
choice.
gone, bro. My manhood gone. I'm not about to be rocking with you. You took my
He want to
manhood.
get
I'm gonna
it
take your
back.
life.
Even if we needed the
Yeah, cause
information though,
she
because we didn't know
and
how to get his balls back
she
until she
does
told
help
us.
like retrieve them hoes. So
I mean,
we
yeah,
need her.
that's true. That's true. But they treating her a little too nice. Now, granted, I like Turbo Granny. I do like her as a character. But,
Okay.
dude, she literally, like Okarun's perspective, she got ate or he got eaten like what 3 times already or something. Um,
Yeah, she ate his
he,
dung.
he ate both of the nuts up. Pause. But that's literally what happened. You know,
She's a
tried to
soul
take over
eater.
his
Yeah,
body
She's a
multiple
soul
times.
eater.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then tried to kill Momo and then tried to take out the city essentially when she turned everybody into a zombie. And then if it
right.
wasn't for Granny Psycho, everybody would have still been dead. And now they're just here. Like, it's like, oh, yeah, you was a dickhead, but you can rock with us now. And maybe that's just me, but I never really liked that trope in anime because it's like, dog, this nigga just tried to kill you. Even in Dragon Ball, because
I was about to
we're
bring that
gonna go
up.
to Daima, but
I
that
was gonna
literally
bring
fucking everybody that Goku was cool with tried to murder him or try to blow up the family or try to blow up the whole planet. I'm not about to be cool with y'all. I don't know
it.
what type of nigga shit y'all got going on, but we're not about to be cool, bro. I'm sorry.
I feel it.
I'm about to put everybody down. I'd rather be a loner than to deal with people that try to kill me. I'd rather be a businessman than
Can't be
deal with
mad.
young niggas. I'm good.
Can't be
You know what
mad
I'm
at that.
saying?
That nigga Goku begged Krillin not to kill Vegeta.
And man, a nigga like
I
me
want
would
to
have
fight
put
him
that
again.
slash to his back. No,
Let me fight him
no.
again.
Fight, nigga. Fight him in hell. What are we doing?
Yeah, that shit's crazy. No, I feel you. I feel you on that. I will give Turbo Granny this. This is like her one redeeming moment in the show so far that just comes to my mind. Without Turbo Granny, that new girl that joined our team doesn't live. We don't never get to jumpstart her heart because we don't know how.
Oh yeah,
We don't know. That's a 2-for-1. We don't find the golden ball. Neither do we save that girl's life.
right.
That's true.
But I
Okay,
agree with him. They do. It's the classic shonen trope. Be
yeah.
the op becoming friend, be cool and sip
Yeah.
sake
So
together. Yeah.
Op gets nerfed.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Exactly. I'm getting nerfed.
Hey, when I op get,
yeah. I mean,
but
it's still it's not like I'm hating on Turbo Granny. Like I said, I like Turbo Granny, especially I like her in this new like I forgot what those things are called in Japanese culture, but I just call it like a little cat thing. With her
Hmm.
being in that, it's pretty funny. I like her being like kind of like
yeah,
Cone from Bleach. It's dope. I
yeah,
just
Yeah.
think that
yeah,
That's what I thought about.
yeah,
literally,
it's just I don't like
literally.
how they're little too lenient. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they just let it go
Yeah,
by.
because I think she'll
Yeah.
flip on them any chance she got. Um,
And
Yeah,
yeah. Any fish he gets for sure. For sure.
yeah, just like Kez, you remember in Mob Psycho season 3, Dimple switched up out of nowhere. He was
Yeah.
down for a minute. Like season 1, he was the op. Now he's on our team. Cool as fuck for a whole season and a half. Season 3, he got one
Yeah.
chance to switch on us. Seen what he started taking over the world. Crazy. Um,
Yeah.
but no, man,
Yeah.
I agree. I think you have some fair points, especially your first one about people wanting to maybe stop the show or
Yeah,
jump on the show.
all his points valid. I've heard all those critiques before.
Yeah,
Like I
'cause,
when it first came out, I put on like I put on like maybe 10 people to DanDaDan, but out of the 10 of them, I say at least 7 of them were females, right?
mm,
And at least 5 of those females gave me pushback. Like they talking they split the
yeah,
little girl legs open, then added to my
yeah.
man. Then
Uh,
it wasn't even like a real like when they weren't even really trying to do nothing for real because that's gonna kill her. It's a whole
yeah, it's a
needle
whole
coming out.
needle.
Yeah,
yeah,
it just was off. Like you didn't want to see the middle school girl get stripped. Like,
for
you know what I'm
sure,
saying? That I had
for
to
sure.
tell her like, nah, keep watching. It has everything else you're looking for. It's just that
Yeah.
first episode. I know it's not your vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But Rich is right on that.
Nah, facts. Cause even Za, we said the same thing to Za, but he was like, nah, that first episode is kind of nah. And I was like, yeah, I get that, but it's some stuff
Yeah,
after that I feel like you fuck with. But he's like, and that's probably true,
for
but
sure.
nah.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was like, I get it, Za. I feel where you coming from.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, exactly.
Turbo Granny, um, definitely another trope they go with. I'm mad. I damn near think of her like she doesn't have the personality of like in that cat body. I'll be looking at her like a Happy from Fairy Tale.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest with you. I thought of both of them things, man. Like it wasn't call. I wasn't calling it out. Anything was a big
Mm.
thing, but it was like, yeah, this is a classic, Happy, Cone. There's a few other characters that fall into that kind of
Type.
lane, where it's like in other anime, where it's like, oh, okay, this is the cute character that's gonna hang with us for the season. You know what I mean, little cute side piece character. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean.
literally.
Make merch. He's the merch. She's the merch.
Facts.
Got you.
Nah. Moves or things you felt like could be better in DanDaDan just off the first season?
Yeah. Yes, me or Kez.
Yeah, I can hear the
Kez.
game.
Oh, okay.
Um. Okay. Besides the first episode, I have to watch it more in depth, I guess, like because I'm trying to catch it all right now. But for what I was
Mhm.
seeing, it seemed very one for one of a shonen for kids this age and what they're going to be dealing with. I don't think there's nothing more how much I would really change. I would say just give it a chance, but you know what I mean. But I don't think I would really change much from it. I would say they give kind of a mature perspective when looking at it's that one episode where they're walking around looking for each other. Momo and
Oh
Okra.
yeah, yeah. How they wanted to talk to each other, but they didn't
Yeah,
talk to each
like
other.
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
I'm that age, let's say I'm a kid and I'm watching this anime for the first time, I could completely relate. On top of that, I feel like I learned something more from this because they kind of
Yeah.
open up the mind on that realm. So I think it's cool because I feel like they're not only is it just for little kids, it's still like a guiding point from it. You know, granted, like I said, there's the scene with them being naked and the episode one bullshit. But besides that, like I said, if you could get past the little cringe stuff, it's like fire. It's like watching Fire Force. To
Oh
me, Fire
God.
Force is hard as hell. But
Oh.
if you can't get past Tamaki and her Lucky Leecher lore, you're
Yeah.
cooked. You're not gonna like the show.
Yeah.
But you if you could get past that, you're fine because it's not a lot of that. But it's like that in all for season one and two put together. It's like out of all of that, there's at least 10 minutes worth, a solid 10 minutes, or five, or maybe from 5 to 10 minutes worth of that those two seasons of her randomly losing her clothes. If you could just get
Okay.
past that shit, you're
Facts.
good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I would have been okay with that if they did it with Maki. They did it with Tamaki, and Tamaki's still like a little girl in a sense, so it's kind of
Mm.
cringy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Which one
it's
is
like
Maki?
Tamaki's the one
Maki's
that does the
No, which
the
one is
pink
Maki?
fire.
Maki's like
Maki,
the swole one in the main group.
yeah, she
Oh,
be snapping on the dude talking about you keep
yeah.
calling me Cyclops Gorilla. Nobody said that, but she violate every time. Love her.
Yeah. I feel you. I'm not mad at that.
But yeah,
Okay. For me, I really I enjoy like this style of animation. Like it feels different. Um, but it's unique in like how they draw. Like I guess maybe.
And wait,
But I really
hold on, bro. You start like
yeah,
lagging a little bit. You got to repeat
yeah,
that
it's not.
intro
Yeah, it's
again.
not just me. I thought it was just me. Me and Rich are hearing the same thing. You got to run
Yeah.
that whole thing back. It sounded like you
got
was
you.
trying. It sounded like you was trying to talk to Zordon
Yeah, bro. You was
with
tweaking over there.
with Cricket, not T-Mobile. Not you ain't had the Morpher, but you try to contact him with Cricket. Like, yo, the
Type
Megazords, I
shit.
need
Nah,
them.
bro.
Type
Cricket.
shit.
You feel me?
No, I was just saying I really fuck with the style of animation they use. I don't think it's similar to My Hero, but I think it's unique in its own sense of like how they draw the faces, kind of like they seem
Is it the
kind of.
same studio as My Hero? Is it Studio Bones that's doing Don?
I'm not even sure. I'm
Me
not even
neither.
sure.
I never checked on
Um,
that. It's crazy.
but it looks different to me. Like when I watch it, like even the animations itself. Like I like the colors. I like the vibrance. Um, I also enjoy the comedy. I think how they set up their jokes
Yeah.
are pretty funny. I think the show as a whole is just like really unique though. Like aside from the Mob Psycho references that I just be perceiving, I think like it damn near just stands on its own 2 feet. And I like when shows don't follow the same oh demons inside my stomach trope thing. That I'm kind of
Yeah.
tired of seeing. Um so I like different. Like I was telling
Yeah.
me and Kez talking about Moonrise a while ago.
Yeah.
Moonrise Never seen nothing like that in my life ever. Completely brand new show, completely unique in every possible way.
Oh, word.
No,
Oh, word.
I can think of.
I
Like
gotta
the
check
only
this
reference
out.
in my mind is like I be calling it a space Attack on Titan, but it's really not even like 100% that for real. Like it's some political shit, and we fighting with gear, but I don't even really want to call it
Space
Attack
Attack on
on Titan.
Titan is kind of crazy.
It's a reach. It's a reach, but it's like the closest
It
thing
kind
I
of
could. Cause
is.
literally nothing else. It's nothing else like that. It's nothing else like that show. So,
Yeah,
but
you're
yeah,
right. Yeah, you're right.
as far as things that I would change, mm, mm, I got these new characters that joined the group. I
Yeah,
agree with
I
Yeah.
think
Jalen.
season one's perfect. My fault. I was gonna say I just think season one. Long as you can get past the little cringe stuff, shit is
Yeah,
fire,
Agreed.
bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, shit is
Agreed.
fire.
yeah. I don't have an
From the
issue with it.
opening to the ending to like, I'm hyped for what their second opening is gonna be like. Like I'm one of those people
Opening.
that's like, yo, this opening is
Oh,
so far. This opening is so far. Y'all could do it again and I'll be fine. Just do different
No
visuals.
facts. Yeah, I
I'll be
wouldn't trust. I
fine.
really expected it again.
Yeah, but I'm like, yo, I know they gonna hit us with a new opening. That shit seem
Hmm.
hot. I ain't gonna lie to you. That I'm like,
Hmm.
yo, I after that's one of the first openings I listened to in a while where I'm like, yo,
yeah. Put this shit on the playlist.
I may need to
Yeah.
go look up this group. Like I may need to like I haven't
Yeah,
felt that way since hearing like I remember like hearing Naruto Shippuden for the like watching that for the first time. Like, everybody stand up, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, this shit hot. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit cool. Like, that's
facts.
how I was feeling with that DanDaDan. Like I'm at my job like bumping that. People like, yo, what is that? They didn't get the first part, but then when they start singing, they're like,
Yeah,
yo, that's a little
Yeah,
bop
that
right
shit
there.
slaps,
Hold up.
bro.
go crazy.
That shit
Nah, facts.
slaps.
Yeah, it
Facts.
did.
Um, as far as what Jalen was saying about Gigi, I when I first got introduced to bro, I definitely thought it was cringe. Not enough for me to hate him, but it was for sure like noticeable cringe. Um, but I thought that was good though. In a sense, it was
Me
bad for
too.
me to have to watch it, but good for like the plot of the story. Because if he was like that stoic Sasuke type character, like he looked like he was when he first
Yeah.
pulled up, I don't like Okaru's chances with Momo. I ain't gonna
No
lie.
one,
He
no
like
one's supposed to have that look because when he goes into his demon mode, he's
exactly,
that guy. So he's
exactly.
Yeah.
supposed to be like
So it fits
bummer,
the
like you
plot
know what I'm saying?
perfect. So I'm
Yeah,
like, I like the fact that they're kind of doing that.
hell yeah.
Also, I'm not mad at Gigi for shooting this shot or wanting to shoot, especially if
Yeah.
Pokemon ain't shoot.
He had a crush on
Oh,
her since he was a kid. They
I'm
if
about to
it's
say
childhood
that
me,
it
friends
makes sense.
if
since
it's
yeah.
me, and I just get back in the picture of my crush, my childhood nigga, who is you?
And she's single, nigga.
And
It's
she
fair game.
and
That's
you not making a move?
you know what I'm
Who?
saying. But if you gonna fumble, I'm picking the ball up.
Yeah,
Fuck
you
your
tripping.
touchdown, nigga. I'm getting
I
them
ain't
6 points.
Every
exactly. I'm not
You know
even
time,
what I'm
focused on
saying?
this little dude.
every
You
time.
tripping. So yeah, I get that. I respect it. But yeah, as far as season one, I got no complaints aside from like the weird alien shit. Everything else is pretty dope.
Oh, I do want to add to that point you were making because I personally like Gigi. I actually like I think his character is absolutely necessary because I'll be damned I'll be damned if I'm talking to a dude who was in middle school, had a crush, and wasn't worried that the girl he got a crush on may like this other dude that seemingly comes around. You might get cool with that dude and all that, but she might seemingly like this dude. He known her forever. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
that's just that was a realistic point to draw me in because it's like, yo, I remember being in middle school and it was like three dudes that might have liked this one girl. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I
for
remember
sure.
those little we was boys, of course, but we wasn't like to the brotherhood to the death of us, like how we might be now.
Yeah,
You feel me? Like
yeah,
now, of course, we're more mature. We know, bro was the call on. But as kids, we all in that moment, like, yo, you think she top five in school, bro?
Yeah,
yeah. So
All right,
yeah,
absolutely.
pat. I'm gonna make a move. Like, we always trying to make a move, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be like he needed this type of competition coming into season two. Like,
facts.
bro, get right or Gigi gonna take flight. So you
You know what
need
I'm
to get right
saying?
for real.
Yeah. It's facts.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I ain't mad at that.
Teach him how to
Uh,
be a man a little, you know what I'm saying?
oh, for sure.
That's another thing too. Hold up. Speaking of be a man, That just made me think. Where the fuck is these niggas' parents at? I know Momo's parents is dead. And I know Gigi's parents is sick. Where's Okaru's
Where
parents?
Okra's parents? Yeah,
Yeah,
oh god.
this nigga almost died like 80 times.
Bro.
As came back home with multiple like ripped shoes. Like every time he gets shoes, he come back ripped, clothes battered, bruised, like he just got him out the damn dumpster.
Yeah.
And nigga, my mom would have saw that and be like, what just happened to you? You know what I'm saying? And,
why are you wasting my money?
on God, and then on top of that, shout out to Granny Psycho.
Shout
My
out to
parents would
Granny
never.
Psycho.
How is she just cool with another two dudes actually spending the night at her crib with her granddaughter? I don't know about y'all. That's crazy. Yeah,
not in my black household.
Yeah, because they know what's gonna happen. If I like a girl, she like me back. We feeling each other, and we got the house to ourselves and a room to ourselves.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Game is game. Game is game.
GG's.
You know what I'm saying?
Word. It was legit GG's. Good game.
Yeah.
Transferring over. Once again, RIP Toriyama. You gave us an amazing gift before you left. I gotta say, I'm gonna be the first to speak on this. I did not project before Toriyama passed. I did not. I
mean Daima?
Daima. I did not believe in it. When when Trailer first dropped, I said, I don't see it. I want my stupid.
Oh,
I see kids again.
Mike messing up again, bro.
I was wrong.
you got to rewind like 10 seconds.
Spin the block on the tape.
Oh damn, my wife I like that.
Can't be
on. No, I was just saying. I was just apologizing to Toriyama. I didn't want to see kids. I didn't want to see another GT revamp. I thought it was. I didn't want to see that. I wanted to see the shit that's in the manga because I know how cold Black Frieza's about to get, and Broly and I heard the Trunks and Goten, they growing up. I want to see that shit. So I was like, I don't want to see this. I know they are still doing the hero shit. I don't want this too. Give me some real shit. But gave it a chance. I think off of like the second episode, I was like, this is pretty solid. Especially considering Toriyama passed them like right before it debuted. I gave it more than a fair shake. And when I watched it, I wasn't disappointed. Like the first episode, I was like, okay, it's cool. Cool little introduction. All right. By the end of it, or by the end of what I've seen, I was like, to me personally, other people can feel how they feel. I thought this was a better version of what GT tried to do, just off of one-off scene.
Yeah. That was the goal.
Now hold on.
That was the goal, though.
I knew I was gonna get some stragglers. Hold on, let me get a little more context.
That is what they were going for, though. To be fair, that is what they were going for.
If you want to say that GT had better villains, that's fine. I'm down with that. Because the Baby Saga, I love the Baby Saga. Personally, I think the Baby Saga is some of the best part of GT. You take that out, I wouldn't even watch it. The Baby Saga is fucking phenomenal. But like outside of the villain, like the actual like progression of the show, I felt like this was better. I didn't want to see Pan go into space with a young Goku. I wanted to see Gohan or Goten go into space with Trunks, not Pan. Yeah. I wasn't rocking with that. I don't want to see this with a porn star mustache. I don't like that for his character design. I don't know. I don't know. But watching I thought it was dope. No, go ahead.
I had no complaints. I say the only thing I would complain about is that we need to find a way to get Super 17 with 17. Like we need to find a way to make this transformation either permanent for him or something that he can access, like how these other guys can access their power levels. Because they keep making they made 17 in the Tournament of Power like he was gonna be top 5 Earth heroes we're gonna be relying on.
Yeah, that
he was one of the.
I don't know how.
Yeah, he was one of the last standing guys. Goku, Frieza, 17. I'm like, okay, word. Then we know we got Piccolo, Vegeta, Gohan. We got 17 now. Like, if he's gonna keep up with these guys, the only way possible for that to be a thing is if he gets Super 17. Maybe Bulma upgrades them or something. I would love to see that happen. Like, give me a Super 17, maybe a Super 18. or just the Super 17, I'm fine. But I need to see Super 17 in full effect, bro. I need that some way, somehow in Dragon Ball. Whether it's Daima, Super, I don't give a damn. We need a Super 17, bro. Like it makes
It's
no
not.
sense. That was the one thing I seen was like, yo, this is perfect for the canon. And then we didn't get it yet.
It's not impossible because I don't know if y'all peeped what's been going on in Dragon Ball manga, even though these niggas have terrible promotion for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
all I heard was that Broly is like the new, or Broly and Gohan are like the new Vegeta and Goku. That's what I've been hearing.
Basically,
yeah,
in a sense.
it's a lot of like, if you thought power scaling was crazy before in the anime, it's like don't even try in the manga. It's so much shit just everywhere, and it's getting crazy essentially. So Super 17 is not out of the like, it's not a bad idea, and y'all already know how it was in Super. There should have been no reason why 17, Krillin, Tien, even like Gohan or Piccolo just going up against Blue Goku and
Oh my
surviving,
gosh.
even if it was training.
Yeah,
It's a bunch of
that's
shit.
what pissed me off, bro. Cause I'm like, there's no way. There's no way he's just fighting Blue like that without a
Yeah,
17
bro,
form, bro.
and
That was pissing me off so much.
what made it worse too? I know we're not even talking about Diamond. That's fucking crazy. What made it
No.
worse? What made it worse is like, I don't know if y'all peeped this, but 17. It's not like he was just like training or like fighting other androids. Oh well, technically he was, but he gained this strength by practicing fighting Cell Juniors. That's what he literally said. Now,
Yeah.
how
That's what. Yeah.
I
That's
don't
what he said.
I don't know how he got to Cell
That's what he
Juniors.
said.
I have no clue.
And
Yeah,
poachers who came to
I
the
don't
island
know
trying to hurt the
how
animals.
fighting a bunch of pretty much ant level people brings you up to a god, and then I don't know how fighting a Cell Junior. First of all, how did you get the Cell Junior? A Cell Junior at that time should have wiped him out. That's a fact. Two, this nigga got more guts than me. I don't want to deal with the nigga that pretty much got me killed. So seeing this kid that looks pretty much like him, yeah, I'd be shitting myself. So the fact that he dealt with that, cool. But
Right.
just gaining strength, and Krillin was just a cop and gave up fighting, came back, going up against Blue.
Getting
Yeah,
shot by
and it's
bullets.
like, what the fuck are we
Getting
doing?
wounded
Right.
by bullets.
So it's like and that was all because Toyotaro is now the new author of Dragon Ball, but before that it was still Akira Toriyama, and that kind of brings me to my point. Coach, you said you liked how pretty much Akira just like what's it called, like formed Daima with how everybody was progressing through the story. And that's where I got to disagree, man. I'm sorry. Rest in peace to Toriyama. You're the GOAT. I will never take that away from you. But I personally think Daima, you left us with some shit. Like when I say shit, I mean like damn near Dragon. Nah, it is Dragon Ball GT. But it's just faster, so we don't have to put up with much, that much hell.
Yeah,
Now,
it's
granted,
GT just canon. Facts.
but that's the thing, though. But here's the thing: the writing, I don't like how it's delivered because the writing doesn't make sense. And like, Coach, you haven't watched the last 2 episodes, so I don't really want to spoil it for you. But when you watch it, it's going to be like, there's no way this can be canon. That it literally does not make sense for it to be canon, right? But but one thing you have seen, the Vegeta fight when he went Super Saiyan 3, right? When he fought the Tamagami. When Vegeta, dude, Vegeta got so mad when he saw Beerus slap Bulma, as anyone should if they saw their wife get slapped, right? He didn't go Super Saiyan 3. He only stayed Super Saiyan 2. Why?
Yeah.
That makes no sense. We have no reason to this day. There's no reason why he didn't do that.
There's a plot hole for that gives an excuse on why he didn't do that prior to. I remember back in the day, people used to tell me that Vegeta wasn't able or capable of going Super Saiyan 3 because you needed to have like 100% like a pure heart or something like that. So it was only like reserved for those people. I don't know if that was the case. That's what I hear.
That's got to be capped though. let me tell you why that's got to be capped. Because you need it to be a pure heart. That literally, they said that in the anime and both the movie, like Battle of the Gods. You need a pure heart to be Super Saiyan God. As we've seen in the manga and well, it's canon in the games and the Broly movie, the Super Broly movie. Vegeta's attained God and ascended God. He's in blue now. So, and he just did that off of just hard work, which brings to my point. He said that he's been training real hard after the Buu saga. And it's like, okay, so why wouldn't you try to use his form more? I understand he said that it takes up a lot of stamina, but still, you know, you shouldn't really care about stamina. We've seen it. Dragon Ball characters don't give a fuck about stamina, especially when they're mad as hell. They don't care. So not going Super Saiyan 3, when you see the love of your life get smacked, you know, what are we doing?
The math ain't mathing for you.
Yeah. And
I got
like on top of that with the deliverance, damn, I don't want I won't talk about Goma because he's the main villain. You still haven't seen how that concludes, but Degasu, you know, Supreme Kai's brother, there was no fucking point to introduce him. There was no point at all bringing him into the series. You would think like, you know, I guess we got a little bit of lore of where Supreme Kai originally comes from.
Well, we could have found that out another way.
Yeah, we could have did that without his brother. His brother was literally just a lapdog that had a plan, a shitty plan to get the Dragon Balls for himself. And then when they caught up to him,
he was cooked.
It's like, he didn't even put up a fight. He just got caught. Like they just boom, rope. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be real. I never want to see this nigga ever again. I don't even want to see him in video games unless he's like a fucking support item in Dokkan or some shit. There was no reason for that, and they teased him to be like this main villain. And okay, I'm sorry. We literally have to talk about this. I cannot go on about it without spoiling.
Please do.
It's the one spoiler.
Go ahead,
dude. So you know how Goma has the eye, right? And this eye is supposed to be a legendary artifact that makes everybody strong, and it's like super sacred. Like nobody touched this. This is essentially like I don't even know what to compare it to. That's how fucking priceless it's supposed to be.
Yeah, for sure.
At the end of the series, you remember how they went into that shop and they saw the fused bugs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that lady just casually was selling 2 or more of those eyes. She was just casually selling them. This is supposed to be
the eyes?
Yes, those 2 eyes, the same exact power. She had 2 extra, and she was just selling them on the street. That's like that's like a nigga just selling a fucking tank at the gas station. I swear to God.
Wow. Dude, it was like it's a special mythical.
That's what I'm saying.
For generations.
That's what I'm saying. So those last 2 episodes, because you know, Dragon Ball fans at this point, we don't really give a fuck about writing. We're meatheads. give us transformation.
Talk about it.
Give us good fights, and we'll just let it slide. You know, you could say all of a sudden, fuck it, Goku's half black. Awesome. There's no reason for that. But you give us a good fight with him and Frieza, and we don't care. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like those last 2 episodes that you, oh my God, bro, please. Because you're holding on to episode 18. You're just holding on because it makes you think like, oh, you know, okay, like they'll probably wrap this up in a good. No. It's a terrible, I'm telling you, bro, the ending makes no fucking sense. And then the after credits where they show the gas station scene, or I say gas station, but it's a little shop. They show that scene and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. It is so many points. And then Glorio, we don't get a backstory for Glorio. We just know this nigga got rescued. That's it. They don't dive into his character. They introduce this new random blue mysterious nigga, and everybody's on their feet like, oh, is he going to be evil? Is he going to change up? Is he actually going to be a hero? Is he going to live on Earth? We don't get none of that. So it's just like, dude, I can't. And that's one of the main things I didn't like about GT as well. They're introducing more characters, and it's like there was really no need for them. And they're side casting characters that shouldn't be side casted. Like even Gohan doesn't make an appearance in the show at all for no explanation. for no explanation at all. And it's like, you would think he would. His dad got turned back into a kid. Vegeta got turned back into a kid. The world's smartest woman that arguably is the MVP of the series, because without her, they wouldn't have found Dragon Balls multiple times or even went to space to save everybody from Namek, or after they died in the Saiyan Saga and wish them back on Namek. She got turned into a kid. Gohan, the second smartest person on this fucking planet, nowhere to be found, no explanation. So it's like, what was this nigga doing? Watching MTV or some shit? You know what I'm saying?
Is he with Trunks?
No, we don't know
Goku?
where he's at. They don't say it. They don't say. For all we know, this nigga could have been smoking coke or some shit, or blowing dick. We don't know. We don't know.
He's probably teaching class.
Probably. He probably teaching class, going to sleep, going to McDonald's or something. We have no explanation. We don't even, bro. We don't even get like a simple like line.
Like, I didn't even think about that,
bro. That was the first thing. That was the first thing I thought of. Like, I'm like, where the fuck? Where's Gohan? Where's he at?
He said, "Where's my goat?"
That's what I'm saying, bro. I got some shit on my lip. That's gross. Yeah, it's just too many. It's too many plot points, and it's too much like. It's too much problem. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let y'all speak because I've just been rambling, and I don't want to seem rude or nothing because it's a podcast.
No, you go with me.
You know what I'm saying? I can go on and on, especially. I know I keep mentioning it. Those last 2 fucking episodes, bro. I can go on about.
Listen, you good. If this was One Piece, Coach would have had to stop me a few times because I won't shut up.
Oh, I know. Like man, the first time I was on like a podcast with Coach, man, this nigga was, man. I'm like, yo, this man is a One Piece fanatic. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. I like hearing people talk about One Piece. But yeah, dude. I'm sorry. It's too much stuff that doesn't make sense.
That's fair.
The Tamagami, the people that's supposed to be protecting these Dragon Balls, it gives it away for a rock paper scissors game. Arinsu and these other Majins that she creates. These other Majins take form from a Cyberman and also of Kid Buu, which doesn't make any sense at all. Because they said, bro, it fucking doesn't. I'm sorry. Arinsu said that she was at the scene. You remember how Majin Vegeta blew himself up, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And the whole area was cleared out. Nobody was there. They confirmed that. The whole area, not a single fucking soul was there. And all of a sudden, oh yeah, I was there. Yeah,
she there. She there.
Pick up a little.
I've heard this at least 2 to 3 different times. It's like somebody argued about this, so I understand it.
What? And Piccolo, it's been confirmed. I think they said it. It was in Dragon Ball Z or some shit. They said it both in one of the movies and in the series. But Piccolo can hear everything in the universe. You mean to tell this bitch was talking? You mean to tell me he didn't hear a voice over there? Like, hold on, y'all. Someone's over there. She was not there before. What's going on?
Okay, that's valid.
So she's not there. They retconned Bobbity creating or Bibbidi making Majin Buu. He was created by I don't know who. I forgot who he was created by. It was some dumbass shit. Or I think it was created by like one of the old ladies in there. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it was the old witch. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was that, and then man. Arinsu, she didn't really do anything too, and at the end they also like fuck it. I'm sorry, Cokes. I love you, bro. I got to talk about it. I try to hold it in. This shit is it's gonna fucking eat me. I gotta get into the last 2 episodes. The Super Saiyan 4 transformation, beautiful. We love it.
Okay, we're on the same page.
I don't think anybody hates it other than like the hands being big, but that's, I understand the hate, but I understand the respect for it because it's like, it represents the true like monkey form. Monkeys have big ass hands. So at first I didn't like it, but as I grew up, it's kind of hard. Me personally, I think the GT is the better design. I'm sorry. Might be like an old head for that. But yeah,
nostalgic feeling.
Yeah. Cool. So the animation was beautiful. I would never take that away from Daima.
I
That's
personally think they tried to make what they did in the new one. They tried to relate it more to the. They tried to bridge the gap of how we get to God in blue with what
yeah,
they did by making the hair red, because he
yeah,
actually transforms the same way you would transform with God, with an external force.
Yeah,
He couldn't just go into four by himself. He needed
yeah.
an
yeah.
external force to get in there. So, and then when you look at the when they talked about when Beerus first talks about the Super Saiyan God, it's actually the Super Saiyan 4 Daima silhouette, where it's the guy, he has the hair, he has a tail, and he's supposed to be like, but it's just a silhouette, and he's jumping around, and then he's telling Goku about the dream of the Super
Mhm.
Saiyan God, which is actually Super Saiyan 4 that we see in
Yeah.
Daima. That's what it looks like it is. So
So
yeah, yeah,
that actually is like a fun fact brought up. So um originally this was discussed. I forgot where it was said at though, but there's evidence of it too. Akira Toriyama was originally going to make Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan God pretty much like a Super Saiyan 4, but instead of just
yeah,
like the red
something like
fur
that.
and the black hair, it was just going to be gold. It was going to be gold fur, it was going to be gold hair, it was going to be all that. It was going to look crazy.
I
Like
seen
I
like
would have
posts
loved
the,
it.
about this.
the 8 in GT, that like that.
It would have looked like Super Saiyan 4 GT Goku, but
Hmm.
everything would have been gold in like regular Super Saiyan form.
Yeah, like how
But
Vegeta, like what you're saying, Coach, like how Vegeta was just not as fucking big.
yeah,
Facts.
Gotcha, gotcha.
but they just went with Super Saiyan God to make it look basic, which I don't like it on Goku. I fucking love it on Vegeta though. I don't know why, but
Well, you don't like which one on Goku?
Super Saiyan God,
No,
like
God
regular,
looks way
yeah,
better on Vegeta than it does Goku.
yeah.
Agreed.
You talking about
Agreed.
the red or the
Yeah,
The
new?
red,
red,
the red hair. When he
yeah,
got the
Okay.
regular red hair. So
Yeah.
when
yeah.
I seen Vegeta do that in the Broly movie, I was like, all right,
Bro,
lock
I
the fuck in,
screamed,
gang.
Yeah, that
I
was fire.
screamed.
Lock in, gang.
That was
Yeah,
fire.
nah. So also, if I ever say Super Saiyan God, just to let y'all know, I'm always going to refer to the red one. If I say Super Saiyan
Okay,
Blue, then that's the other form.
for sure.
But
Got you.
yeah, that looked fire. But back to Daima. Uh, I like the Super Saiyan 4 transformation, and the fight was cool. I made 2 different videos about it. I made when he was a like mini fighting Goma, and then when he was actually in his adult form fighting Goma. But looking
Hmm.
back at it, this nigga Goma was pretty much a terrible villain as well. And I'm not
So
saying like
Is Goma the guy red and black bootleg Jiren?
yeah, the boot yes,
yeah,
bootleg
Dragon Ball
Jiren,
needs to stop doing that. Dragon Ball needs to
bro.
entirely
me
stop
and Kenny
doing that.
talked about that.
Change the outfit. He could have did any other
Bare
color.
minimum
He did
change the
not need
color.
to. That's
Bare
what I'm
minimum.
saying, bro. Why does he
Make
look
it
like
blue and
Jiren
black.
little homie? He looked like
That
Jiren
was
homie
crazy.
that didn't get to finish off, that didn't get to finish Goku, so Jiren put the word out, and now he came to
Yeah,
run the faith for his cousin. Like,
That was
nah,
crazy.
bro, we need to do something with it. I'm getting so sick of that, like pointless designs, bro. And we could do a better
yeah.
job. Like, we don't
That
need
was
to do
lazy.
this.
That was
Very
lazy.
lazy, bro. I
That's
hate that shit.
that oh my god, that was Kez, that was a perfect point too. Dragon Ball, I will
Appreciate it.
give GT props for this. I will always give GT props for this. People didn't like how like the haircut that they gave to Vegeta or just like to Gohan or even Goten.
I
But
respect it.
one thing I feel like everybody has to respect, they finally gave these niggas new outfits. And my God, they had that shit on. I'm sorry. Well, at least Vegeta did. But the
They did.
vest,
No,
the,
Vegeta
the the
did. The
chain,
short hair, all that.
the bike gloves. Yeah, this nigga had it on. I personally rocked with the hair when he went Super Saiyan, but when he was in base form, it looked very cringe.
Even
Um,
even when baby took over, baby the whatever
yeah,
baby name
bro,
is, when he took
the
over
vest
Vegeta,
that he had,
Vegeta still looked lit.
oh,
Yeah, Vegeta still looked lit. He had that shit on, bro.
bro,
He had that shit on.
bro. I wanted to I
Yeah.
want to cosplay Baby Vegeta like Super Baby 1 and in Super Baby 2, both of his forms. If I could find someone to make those like them shits, promise you, next StreamCon y'all will see me cosplaying Baby Vegeta. But
Hey,
yeah,
All right.
real quick though, like off topic, are y'all going to DreamCon?
Oh yeah.
Cokes
I got
is I was trying to
a
make
price
it.
tag.
Yeah, I was trying to make it, but what they did that I didn't expect them to do, they changed the time of DreamCon because I work in a school. I'm a teacher. So
Mm,
the time that is I'm gonna be the time that DreamCon is going on, I don't have it. I've already taken other time off and liberties, so I don't have it within my means to take time off for DreamCon. You know what I'm saying?
damn.
So
Okay.
it's one of
Damn.
those type of vibes. So next year is gonna be I'm going to Anime NYC though So that's gonna be in August, and that they also
Yo,
changed the time for that because that used to be in November, but they changed it to August of last year. Last year they changed the timing of everything. DreamCon, Anime NYC, what's it called? MomoCon. A lot of the timings of these things when they happen, they changed them like the month of them at least. So if
yeah.
everything was still where it was supposed to be, I'd be going to all of these things. But they changed it, so I had to adapt with my schedule has to adapt with it. So next year, I plan on being at DreamCon. So
Right.
this
Okay, I
year,
bet. But
I gotta take that L this year, and I had already
it's
took
all
the L
good.
for last year, so it was like, all right.
Yeah, nah, it's all good, bro. Because I'm gonna look forward to meeting you at DreamCon next year, and then Cokes, of course, I'm gonna
Facts.
say what's up to your boy. You know what I'm saying when I see you at DreamCon. But
We're gonna take
yeah,
most deaf.
um,
Um,
but
I'll say this because I say this. I agree with a lot of what you said. Honestly, I probably agree with like maybe 90% of what you said. Probably at least like 85 to 90.
What
mhm,
don't you agree with? I'm here for controversy.
I gotta hear this.
so so let me go back to my original statement. Like when I talked about like the progression of small, minute details. I rock because they did this before in the movie before Battle of the Gods. It was the Frieza. What? No, it was the Frieza movie when Frieza
Yeah, the
came back,
Freezer movie.
and then
Hmm.
they took some canon shit and they added it to the movie, and then they went more in depth with it with the Ginyu Force and the frog. And it was
Yo,
like, I was there the whole time. I was just a frog. You didn't know I was there. I rocked with that because it was like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. Like, not that he was
yeah,
there, but like if you want to put him there, it made sense how you put him there.
I
As
see what you're
far
trying
as
to do.
like
I'll let you do it.
in depth, as far as the writing went, I liked how they went more in depth with the demon world and saying, all the Kais are original, or no, all of the well, yeah, all the Kais and all Namekians are from the demon world. They're not just from Namek. They originated here, then they went to Namek. I was
yeah.
like, damn, okay,
Man, these niggas can't find a
all
home.
right.
Goddamn.
Wow,
Nomads.
wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting. It was like, yeah. So if you're ever just wondering who's a demon and who's not, just look at the ears.
I
Anybody with
was
pointy
saying,
ears,
yeah,
they're
pointy
demons.
ears. It's confirmed now.
Damn. Okay. That like you. That's world building. Like you giving me like
It
sauce
is.
that I can
Yes, you're right.
attribute to like the entire series now. Like looking back, because that's extra shit they didn't need to add, but I'm glad they did just because like. First of all, we're going. This is prior to Super, so I like that you're just giving me extra sauce.
Yeah, it's
Um,
lore. It's world building and lore. So
Hmm.
Facts. As far as the bullshit and an old girl being there, I like the fact that they made the new Majins with old remnants of Majin Buu. Only because it's gonna be hard for me to really believe anybody that you attribute to like this series as a villain is just gonna be that strong to the the main character and his friends, even if they are tiny versions of themselves, unless you went and got like some remnants of that Boo figure. Like I like
Right.
that it's like I just got this small little piece of Boo, but this small piece it pack a punch. It's still Boo. It's not all of them, but it's a little bit. So I fucked with that. As far as the girl being there but not really being there, is it possible? Possible. The Piccolo shit, I have no words for that. That just goes with hey. If he can just hear everything in the universe, then I can't say anything. But
Right.
is it possible that she showed up to the location of where that incident happened, where Vegeta exploded after the incident happened, like right after the implosion, and then she grabbed the shit from Boo?
I mean, yeah. So that's what it was implying. It was right after,
Okay,
but it
okay,
didn't make sense as well because at that point Majin Buu recovered. He already like regenerated, but there was still one piece left behind. That's why I'm saying like that doesn't make sense. And even so, they still like Piccolo, Krillin, and them. They turned around and literally looked like, oh shit, Vegeta actually blew himself up. That's crazy. And they stayed there. You know how
yeah, yeah,
you know anime characters. They stay there and look in awe for like
yeah.
20 hours or some shit for some reason.
Even though he said he was about to
Yeah,
yeah.
do
you
it.
know, they just stay there and waste time instead of just flying out still. So, yeah, nah. But you can keep going because I'm gonna go on another rant.
uh, I feel you. I feel you. Um, Let me think. What else was it? Been a minute since I've seen it. I like the fact that they added the bugs. Cause I like the world building, honestly. I like the fact that you don't just need the earrings to do it. You can do it another way. It's just gonna be different. Like you can fuse with these bugs, but I
Oh
don't think it lasts as
man.
long. Something like
Oh
that.
man, that
You
is
about to get Rich
another
started.
thing we gotta dive into,
Yeah,
man.
this is what it's like.
But
Is
peep
this what
this,
it is? This what it's like when we
but
talk about One Piece and you can't get. This is what it's like.
hey, you should have heard his takes when we had our first One Piece video and the disrespect he gave Boa. You're not gonna like
Man,
that when you see that later. But
I keep the same energy.
uh,
Fuck that
Oh
power,
man.
bro. I
Oh
no.
man.
peep this though.
Yeah.
We got nerfed as a whole. Our whole MC cast got nerfed. Vegeta, no, Goku, all the way down to Piccolo. We all nerfed. We gonna need a little bit of buff. Like so, the bugs coming into play, I'm kind of cool with. It's a look because we got nerfed. Because if anything, we really shouldn't even be struggling with these weak ass niggas. Like these niggas are still like when I was looking at things like the bigger picture, I was like, bro, if even just one of us was full size, none of these niggas could fuck with us. Like none of these niggas. Like none. It don't even gotta be legit. Like even if Piccolo was full, I think he could have handled the majority of the niggas we faced
Right.
down there.
I
But it's
understand
like
that.
that's not the
Yeah.
situation we in.
That's convenient, but that's not the situation we in.
Vegeta and Goku exactly. It's like we all had to then relearn how to fly. They didn't know how
Yeah,
to
they couldn't.
fly because like the
Yep.
gravity was different and the dexterity of their body was different. So we're like super nerfed. So I'm cool with the
Bro,
I ain't gonna lie, he made the most
I'm about to say
diabolical face.
something. I'm about to say something that is about to shut that whole argument down. Bro,
Go ahead, bro.
you
Go
just
ahead.
mentioned how they
He's
had the
not having
bugs,
it.
right? The fusion bugs. So another way to do fusion, and you can fuse up to 3 people. And they went into depth with that. Yeah,
It
they
was
said the
3?
maximum you can fuse is up to 3 people onto that shit, as long as they all eat the
God damn.
bugs.
Okay.
And they zoomed in on the bug pill at the shop, and they talked about it for a little minute. So you think it's about to be like oh shit, this is about to be an important artifact, right? This is about to be crazy. They don't fucking use it.
I mean,
They never use it. They don't bring it up
Yeah.
again.
they never
They
used
never
the bug?
fucking
Nope.
use
They
it.
never fused
They
the bug?
never
Nope.
use it, Cokes. I'm sorry. They brought it into existence for no
If you want
reason.
to see them use the bugs, you gotta watch Fire Force, bro.
You gotta watch a fan fiction, a
Some shit
fan
like that,
animation,
gang.
bro. Bro, they don't even reference it.
They
No
don't
more.
even.
They don't think like, oh god, y'all, this nigga's crazy. He's 20 feet tall.
Okay, well, hold on, because I remember there was a scene where they was getting like just bombarded with gunfire, and it was like a whole army shooting them. And Goku was like, "Hey, Vegeta, we should take these bugs because we're like fused." And I remember Vegeta was like, "Man, I ain't trying to fuse with you. Fuck you. I'll do it on my own."
Typical.
I remember that scene happening, but
Yeah.
Vegeta. But I just assumed towards the end when they got to like the final boss fight, the fake Jiren, I just assumed, okay, since we're so nerfed, we're gonna have to fuse with old dude. But then I guess that kind of takes away from Super Saiyan 4.
I mean,
So,
yeah, like that's the thing too.
okay.
I thought, everybody thought that, oh, maybe it's going to be Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo. Maybe we're going to see a mixture of a Super Saiyan 4 and a Super Saiyan 3 form, which will look fucking hard, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or maybe we get to see like what it would be like for a Namekian have Saiyan cells when they fuse. That'll be crazy.
Yeah.
But no,
That's different.
they don't do nothing with it. So like Degasu, there was no fucking reason to introduce that, because now like the manga art, we are so behind in the anime from the manga at this point to where like, dude, we're gonna have grandkids before we hit to the fucking granola arc at this point. It's gonna be bad. So by the time they even reference the demon world again, we're probably gonna be dead. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, so many people are going to forget about the fusion bugs, and they just got rid of something that could have been life changing. This, like, y'all even seen it in Dragon Ball Super. The Batara earrings are useless when you're too strong. This could have been the savior for that, and they just said, "Fuck it." They said, "No, we got $1 million. Fuck it, let's burn it for no reason, for none."
I didn't see
Bro,
that coming.
Dog, I'm telling you, Coach, it's going to get so bad. 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 It's going to get so bad because you would think. You're thinking, like, they even showed the visuals in this fight look crazy, even though Goldman is just spamming key blasts. Like, this nigga's not even fighting. He's just spamming key blasts. He's pretty shitty at fighting.
He never had power for real.
Yeah, you could tell, like, this nigga got power, but he don't know what the hell to do with it. Goku is like, since he's nerfed, he is going all out. He's hitting this nigga with wombo combos, key blasts, mix-ups. Like, this nigga's at a whole FGC tournament. You know what I'm saying? He's Sonic Fox in that bitch. But and then, like, Goma, that the eye, it's that eye is probably like top 5 most busted things in Dragon Ball. I can't say in anime, but in Dragon Ball, that shit is broken, right? Because he just keeps healing. Yeah, bro, he just keeps healing, and he keeps like growing like massive. He's becoming like Cell Max tall. Right. And dude, I'm just gonna say you from the disappointment right now. I'm gonna say you from the disappointment, but it's still gonna disappoint you when you see it. You would think everybody, because everybody and their mom starts jumping this thing. I'm sorry, Coach. The only reason why I'm saying this is because he said something about Mob Psycho for the season 3, and that's like spoiled it. And I'm like, fuck, I won't have no shock value. But it's okay because you're on the last 2 episodes. It's like you're about to. I'm sorry, but you just gotta hear
good. If you can hear it from me, I'm his co-host on our podcast. You good.
Okay,
if you don't do it now, Coach, you won't hear about Coach finishing the series until the next Dragon Ball announcement.
Okay, bet. Yeah, bro.
So you needed to do that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love you, Coach, but you know I'm telling the truth.
Okay. That makes me feel so much less guilty. So, at the fight.
Good. And then plus I seen yeah, go ahead.
Okay, bet. So yeah, like Goma's fucking everybody else up because he keeps healing, right? So now it's the Tamagami 3 hops in, Majin Ku and Majin Du hop in, which they are ugly as fuck, by the way. I hate their designs, and yeah, I hate how they just are. But they hop in, Vegeta hops in, Goku hops in. Y'all know Vegeta gets hold. This nigga holding his arm. I don't know why he has generational damage to his right arm after Android 18 kicked that shit, but I don't know. And, they're all trying to like kill this man. They're like going in, bro. He smacks around Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which is like the most broken person there. And then Majin, which one is the skinny one? Is that Ku or Do? I keep forgetting.
I can't remember accurately neither, but I'm gonna go with Do being the bigger one.
Fuck it. All right, we're gonna say Majin Ku is the skinny one. I keep forgetting.
Yeah,
but fuck it. The skinny Majin comes up from behind Goma and just smacks his head with a book and knocks the fucking eye out, and that's the end of the fight. That's it. That's it. All that for what? Could you imagine? Like, think about it like this: if the Tournament of Power, y'all seen how it was. The last episode was intense.
Yeah, we did.
We are actually, as Dragon Ball fans, we know, like, we don't even know that they're gonna win. We're thinking like Jiren might just clutch up and kill us all, right? So everybody's like scared. Imagine everybody's fighting this nigga. Boom, 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 boom. Kamehameha, Gallic Gun, Super Electric Slide, or whatever the fuck Android 8 or Android 17 uses. All these attacks, and then out of nowhere, fucking Pan or some shit pops out and just slaps this nigga in the back of the head, and he falls off the map, and then they win. Yeah. You're gonna be like, how,
bro? What? How? Yeah, exactly.
And it's like to make it even worse, because it doesn't make sense. Piccolo also tried to sneak him, and Goma speed blitzed him out the way. So you're telling me that this other Majin, he can do it, but Piccolo can't?
So I will say this. This is where I'll step in. I do believe personally at that moment, or for this show, this series, at least, those Majins were the third and fourth strongest characters there. I think right behind Goku and Vegeta is those Majins.
Oh well, in Daima,
Yeah, and
like in the demon universe with them.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Nah, I think that's fair. Never mind. I thought you meant like just like in general of the like
no,
the Dragon Ball
no,
cast. I was about to be like, whoa, slow
no,
down, brother.
no.
But yeah,
Because
no, over there.
even them, like in that state, are leaps and bounds far away from Majin Buu, the
Yeah,
original. Super big gap. But that's another reason why I said they just took a little bit. So it's like, okay, I see how you're strong, but you're not just OP strong. And
yeah,
like the fights that we got, I ain't gonna lie. The fight with Goku and the fat one, that was
yeah,
hard. That whole
yeah.
was hard.
It was.
It
I'm
started off
not
on some
like,
silly shit, but they
yeah.
turned that bitch up towards the end. They was going.
See, that's the thing. I'm not like I won't diminish the fights, and
Mhm,
that like the two things I won't diminish about Daima is the fights and the animation. Those are
mhm,
both clean. It's just how they was executed and
mhm,
and just like how they
mhm.
hold the characters.
Yeah.
It just it didn't make any sense to the story. And again, it's like everything was also rushed. Like the ending was rushed, the last fight was rushed,
Sounds like
and
it.
you know we're still thinking like Arinsu was she clearly didn't have no good intentions. She made it clear from the jump that she wants to like cause chaos.
Yeah, I understand why that
And
Arinsu thing made you mad. I kind of really
bro,
do. I've heard that one at least 3 different times in my Discord with my die-hard Toriyama fans, people that are researching his latest articles, interviews, all that. So I know how you feel about that. I'm
it
I'm kind
doesn't
of
make
with you on that.
sense, bro. And like you can't talk about wanting to be this super evil leader dictator, and then at the end it's like, oh, okay, well, problem solved, guys. Be a good guy now. You know, you can't. This is not no Orochimaru shit. Which I don't know how the fuck Orochimaru got away with all his crimes in Naruto, but that's a whole different topic. This nigga
Right.
should have a death sentence with
Yeah,
50
that's a fact.
generations of life sentences. But um, yeah, nah, it's just it's too much inconsistencies. The characters that were introduced, we didn't really
You,
get too
I don't
much.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I gotta give you a
What?
shout out. You got a Soul Eater shirt on, so I gotta
Yes,
give
my
you a shout out. That's a top anime. Soul Eater slash Fire Force. Those two come together for me. That's top shit right there.
thank you so much. My girlfriend made this for me on my birthday. It
That's
was
dope.
Hey yo, even more
yeah,
lit.
but
Yeah,
like
that's
hold
tough.
on, I gotta show the backside right quick because it ain't all of it. I got the
Yeah,
moon.
go ahead and
Uh,
flex.
Yes
Oh yeah.
sir.
yeah,
Oh, that's
so
tough. Yeah, that's
yeah,
tough.
Yes sir.
this is her first ever shirt that she made, and I'm trying to get her to start clothes because she fucking killed this.
Check this
Um,
Yeah, she
out.
did
I,
that.
I I'm buying one of these myself. I already placed the order, but since you're a Soul Eater guy and you're wearing it, I check out on Instagram or on Google Awareness Society. They actually are selling like they got the the rock star belts. They have a
yeah,
Def the Kid belt. So it's that same skull on your shirt, but as the belt buckle. And then the belt is just fire. The rest of the belt is just fire. But
Awareness Society.
Awareness Society. If you have IG, shoot, Coach, link me with him through IG. I'll just send it to you, bro.
Oh,
On
yep,
no
I
God,
just
on
found it
God.
too.
Yeah,
Yep.
see, exactly. Yeah, I'm buying one myself. I know there a lot of people are gonna get them. If you're a true Soul Eater fan, you might as well go ahead and get one. You know what I'm saying?
I might cop that shit honestly
This
because
shit look
my
crazy.
girlfriend she has like she has like a chopper belt from Hypeland and it kind of looks like
I
that a little
have
bit
I
too.
just got the straw hat. I have the one, the regular straw hat one. The chopper one is the one I'm getting next.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
good
definitely
eye, good
copy
eye.
that chopper one, bro, in the future because I know I have so much like blue and pink clothes like that is a perfect fit.
They
But
also have a black star belt. Now I'm done.
I need to get that. Thank you for putting me on, bro. Real
Mhm.
ass nigga. Um,
No
but
problem.
yeah, I really think that's it with my Dragon Ball Daima. It's overall did not really enjoy the series. It felt like a big ass letdown, and it makes me feel like an asshole
Mhm.
when I say it because that was the last thing that Toriyama worked on. But
Yeah,
I can't lie to a nigga
gotta speak your
when
piece.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not taking away him being goated, no, we all know this. He made Dragon Ball. This is the most literal, like probably the most influential shonen anime, other than probably like Pokemon. But I don't really think Pokemon's more influential. I think that's just more iconic. But
For sure.
influential Dragon Ball. Without Dragon Ball, the big three would not have been made, and a lot of new gens wouldn't have been made because they was also made from inspiration from the big three. So
Right.
you know, in terms of shonen anime, Dragon Ball Z is the Michael Jackson of it. I'm sorry, and I don't think anything will ever come close to it. But to have this as a send off,
if that's the Michael Jackson of it, then is One Piece the Weekend?
oh well,
I feel like we threw
possibly
One Piece kind of low. I think we can go a little higher than the Weekend.
I don't think we threw One Piece low at all. Have you heard the Weekend's version of Dirty Diana? There's a lot of people that heard that song and thought it was the Weekend already.
You gotta put it next to Dragon Ball. Like
I love the Weekend. I love the Weekend, but I also love Usher Raymond. I like a good Chris Brown. You know, people a little bit.
Those ain't.
Weekend. I feel like you gotta put it as like another icon. It doesn't have to be someone that like also is in pop. Like, what is icon to this day? Like, okay, it's gonna sound crazy because they both did pop, but it's like two different genres. You could say like One Piece is like the Lady Gaga, or even Kanye West before this nigga turned into a fucking weird ass nigga. Of One Piece, because you know, I don't know if y'all seen, completely off topic again, but Lady Gaga just had a show which had like 2 million people pop out to, and it was free.
Damn,
that is a lot of fucking people. Yes,
that's why it was 2 million.
You know what I'm saying, bro? It is Lady Gaga. If you ask me, like, gun to my head, name 5 of her songs, you know, pull that damn trigger. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what the fuck her songs are. I could probably match the tone if someone's to see.
Bro, I was about to say 10 years later, I'm still saying Poker Face is her main hit. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm wrong.
I don't know her songs like that, but she is so iconic. And I think that's kind of how it is for One Piece fans. Like, a lot of anime fans know of One Piece, and it's getting to the point where, like, now, even if you don't, you know, watch anime, I think you know of One Piece. Like, you come out the womb, like, you know Dragon Ball and One Piece. But yeah, it's just, it hurts. It hurts so bad having this just be his last send off, because it's like, dude, I trusted you, but you left me with this. But he gave me Super Saiyan 4, made it canon, so I give him some slight glaze, and he gave Vegeta Super Saiyan 3, so give him a little bit more glaze.
Do you believe before he passed, he was planning on doing a second season of Daima, or it was always meant to be a one-off?
Nah, I think it was meant to be a one-off, because he was already aware of his health before, and like you know how it is. If someone wanted to make like a second season of it, they would have made more. They probably would have left it on a cliffhanger, or just like gave it a little more episodes to give it more in depth and not have such a rushed ending. But this one was way too rushed. So, or I don't know. It kind of felt like Akira or Toriyama was just like, I don't feel like writing this shit no more. Finish it.
How you describe the ending, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's still like a lot of little details left out. Yeah, so when you watch the ending, you'll see what I'm talking about, and then, you know, also stay for the after credits for the very last episode, because still. But yeah, that's everything I gotta say about Daima.
Yeah, that was
I'm about to say, you gotta get ready to close.
That was something. We can wrap it up here. Last thing I'm gonna say is, one thing I did enjoy more from Daima than GT. I personally felt like it was a little bit funnier, but I also felt like they tried to make the comedy stand out a little bit more than in GT. I feel like in GT they had like certain directive for like things they were really trying to do, just because it's like more frantic because Pan's not supposed to be here and we didn't plan on coming or whatever. But in Daima, it seemed like jolly go lucky, like Goku never pronouncing this nigga's name right, even though I keep telling you my name is this. You still saying whatever the fuck you like. Yeah, shit like that. I thought it was funny. But besides that, it was one more thing, but I can't think about it now. So I'll probably just hit you up when I watch those two
Let me know.
episodes and had that last flash about it. Kaz, you had any closing remarks?
I agree that Dragon Ball Daima, it seems like it was going to be a one-off because of how it ended.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there was an alternate ending we don't know about, but they switched it because Toriyama's health, like Rich is saying. Um, for the most part, nah, I think you guys nailed most of it. Yeah, you guys were on point about most of the Dragon Ball stuff for sure, and the DanDaDan stuff. So yeah,
Okay, dope.
good session.
Uh, anything else you want to leave off on?
Uh, tune in to my boy Cokes. Tune in to my boy Kez. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all so much for having me again. Y'all are amazing. And Kez, this is my first time like just speaking to you and meeting you.
Salute, same.
Very, very cool talking to you again. I can't wait to see you at future conventions. I might slide out to Anime NYC. But yeah, man, if y'all haven't tuned in to this, make sure y'all do tune in. This is a great time, great commentary. And honestly, it's a great space for nerds, anime culture, and especially like black anime fans too. Because come on, this is our people. You know what I'm saying? So come on,
most deaf, spitting. Hey
so,
y'all,
yeah.
appreciate y'all joining us. Shout out again to our special guest, 713Richkid. Please check out his content down below. I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna actually chop up this whole live, and we're gonna put out an official video for it. And we're gonna have the link to all of his socials in there as well: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. It's all banging, it's all fire. And I just saw a recent video of his. I think like maybe a week ago. I was fucking crying watching it, and I know it took a long ass time to edit. So shout out to you for being such a hard working man.
Yeah, see, I'm not aware of Rich's work, so I got to see more. I got to see. Definitely send me some stuff too, cause I want to see his content for sure. Especially if it's comedy.
Oh yeah, it's a comedy in there for shit show.
I bet I gotta see. I love to have a good laugh on some anime comedy stuff. Real talk.
For sure.
Thank you.
Y'all want to catch us again soon, all in the same room? We most likely will see each other at DreamCon. We usually do. Till next time, peace.